Welcome to the Quest Forums channel, and in today's video I want to illustrate a point using the controversy around the song Reckless Love. And that song, if you listen to Christian music, you're sure to have heard it. It's been very popular over the last year or two, and it's also been controversial. First of all, the idea of that title, refrain, of reckless love is incorrect. God's love is not reckless. God is never reckless. He's never thoughtless in the things that he chooses to do. And so that's one of the problems that people have. And second, it comes out of Bethel Music, which is a subsidiary of Bethel Church, which is a problematic congregation, a very charismatic one in Redding, California. And so people are very critical of anything that comes from there, and churches should be suspicious of the things that come out of Bethel. But I want to focus on something different here, which is more that those of us, churches and individual believers who, like myself, are cessationists, we need to be careful that our suspicion of charismaticism does not overflow into a suspicion of the use of all emotion, which we can run the danger of doing. And we need to be better about understanding that emotion can be misused, but it still has a valid use within the church. And some people lean more that way, that they enjoy and they appreciate more the emotional expression of their faith than the philosophical expression of faith. And for those people, we need to encourage kind of a return to what I think I can call Christian mysticism. And that's not a new agey type of behavior. It's not empty-minded meditation. It's understanding, literally, that mystery are the things that God reveals, that he shows, and that we cannot know apart from his revelation, and that we can never fully comprehend, that we instead just know because he said them, and we appreciate the greatness of what he knows and understands and we do not. And a lot of times that has been expressed in art and in music, and we need to encourage that. And sometimes it's not going to have the most accurate understanding. And this song is an example of that in and of itself. The idea of God's reckless love. Yes, it's not true of God, but it is understandable from our perspective that for us it looks reckless. We cannot understand why God would do it. It doesn't mean he does not understand it. Of course he does. But we don't. And that's the perspective from which it appears reckless. So that's just an example. I don't know anything about the person who wrote this song, Corey Asbury. I don't know if that was part of his experience, but I can see how in our churches that if we discourage that type of practice because of nitpicking, essentially, that we're not going to change these people from their emotional expression. We're just going to push them to places where emotion is celebrated and oftentimes over-celebrated, which are in some charismatic congregations like Bethel or like Hillsong in Australia. And so this is what we need to be aware of. We just need to know that emotion does have its place, and we need to encourage it while also continuing to show what's accurately coming out of Scripture, but doing so in a loving way so that people will want to stay with us and express their faith with us rather than going to places where it's going to be distorted. So hopefully that does make sense. I appreciate you checking out this video. If you have any questions about it or about the Bible, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to me. There's a few ways to do that in the description, or you can just leave a comment here on YouTube, which is of great help, along with hitting the thumbs up and subscribing. If you want to support Quest Forums, you can do so at the Patreon page. It's in the link in the description as well. And again, thank you very much for checking out this video. Until next time, keep looking up.